Hello there everyone and welcome back. I finally suffered my first loss there and it's all because of a damn micro warp jump. That's pretty much how I could put it in a nutshell, because everything else had a lot of promise. It feels like I got rid of the light cruiser relatively effectively, but as soon as my engines died and he was in close range with his Dominator, it was over for my one light cruiser fleet. So I'm going to have to try and work on that a bit. But 300 points is not exactly a lot of wiggle room if I ever want to use my cruiser of my own. So that's going to be hard unless I want to really be underpowered or at least have only 2 ships available, which I don't think works in my favor ultimately. But I do need to try and get a match in. Strength Ogre A, that sounds like an orc thing. Is a mirror match. So what does this offer me? Because again, the problem. I go Protector and an Emissary, and I don't have any points for anything else. It's really restrictive. And even if I went for the one that was 1 point cheaper, it still would not be enough to even get a Messenger, so I don't know how to approach this. I feel like 2 Emissaries is better, but I want to try and get some levels in on this cruiser as well, especially in preparation for level 3, because I feel like that's going to be important with 350, 400 point battles. I'm willing to consider this a loss already if I am severely outnumbered, because I am kind of giving myself a tiny bit, especially since I don't really know how to get the most out of this ship, because it has a good amount, at least a portion of its firepower is on the prow, so it's kind of forced to fight head on. But it still has the same maneuverability as my Emissary, so there is possibility I can have them fight together. So he's got 5 ships. What would he how could he have 5 ships there? For 300 points, he could have 1 Emissary and no, he wouldn't have 4
At your orders, Koro.
damn it. I forget what the 55 point frigate is now off the top of my head. I was about to say, and it's almost appearing his stealth armor. So he's went for that gimmick, so
We serve the
question is, how do I want to do this?
Gravitic drive engaged.
Staying here is a bad idea, because it's just going to be a stupid game, but I'm going to have to fly in. Okay, there we go. Okay, I don't have to worry there, but
The patient hunter
there's nowhere I can go, even with silent running. I can leapfrog here, and then leapfrog there, so
For Anva it will be so.
And it's a dumb idea to try to gauge him head on, unless I have some way to separate them, which I'm going to have recon beacons, and the one benefit, if nothing else, is he probably has only 1 frigate with 1 ability. I have 2 recon beacons to identify his ships. So I can win a long-range engagement here, potentially. What I need to do is prepare for the possibility that that one ability of his is a recon beacon. Which means I need to spread this out so that way it's almost impossible for him to detect both these ships, but yet still be close enough that they can support each other. Because he's going to see me coming, he's going to have a nebula cloud available to him, but I can use a recon beacon to cover almost all of that, so that should not be a concern. If anything, if his strategy is to kind of rely on that, then he's going to be caught horribly flat-footed there, and I should be able to capitalize on that, but it does not look like it.
How may I serve the tower?
So how do I want to get the best out of this? Okay, he gave away his 1 ability, which is the sensor beacon, which I can easily dodge.
Drones have identified an enemy
He's got a bunch of messengers. Wow, he's going heavy on the either fire defense or I don't know what his strategy is. Oh crap. Ooh, I was worried for a moment. There that those torpedoes with me. And let's see. That looks like 2 messengers that are probably going to die in a hurry. Reveal me all you want. My Mantis did crap though, I gotta say. Ram them, kill as many of these as possible. Okay. Well, that was productive, wasn't it?
Swift and silent we proud space.
So, I don't know what to make of that, but he's about to reveal himself. Well,
Drones have identified an
I was gonna say he was about to reveal himself, and he,
the ethereal
for a moment, I saw he was dodging it. Okay. I'm in good shape here. I can detect him, and I know what his ability is. And I also know that it's expended for at least another 30 seconds. And he has no messengers to kind of like easily shoot down my bombers, but
Your orders, Koro.
without... Oh, is he warping out? No, he's just trying to engage me.
A patient hunter gets the
So I gotta
prey.
be careful of deflectors here.
The tower shall prosper.
It's gonna do a lot of damage though.
How may I serve the tower?
As the ethereals wish.
I can play with this.
How may I serve the Tauba?
I know how to deal with this.
For Anba,
His secret missiles are nothing, but I do need the repair.
we serve the Kovatra.
Wow, this thing's taking a massive
Drive
beating.
and engage.
At your orders, Koro.
Okay, missiles dodge completely.
Speed.
Can I survive without this thing dying? If I stay behind this thing, that can happen.
Your position.
Alright. Oh, I was gonna say, get hit by secret missiles for me. Oh my god, success! Although, really, he suicided 4 frigates. And they could have done a lot of work for him too, since they were all messengers. Seriously. Since I had both my ships with a lot of gravitic launchers to fire secret missiles, and even my cruiser having manta bombers, I don't know if they stack, but that could have done amazing work, because essentially what they do is re-roll or give you a second chance to try and hit the torpedoes and the fighters, I think, if there's even a chance of your shots failing outside of like the piloting skill. I'm not sure how that works there exactly, but still, that would be amazingly potent regardless. And he squandered it, which is a bit of a shame. And at least I managed to get my one match in on this thing, so at least I can be happy about that, if nothing else. And since, as always, with the cooldown reduction, I think I'm gonna go that route. Because this thing has bombers, it has missiles, it has a real need to use its ability, so it seems pretty significant. And there's so many amazing options available too. So I don't know what I wanted, what upgrade I want. Belt armor sounds safe for like the drawn out skirmishes, and it does have a repair drone for just that too, so I guess I'm going that route. And we'll get a second technical drone here for my level 3 emissary, and we're ready to start anew. That was pretty damn quick. In fact, I have enough favor now to get 2, or enough renown to get 2 favors, and I've really been thinking about getting the air cache here. Because what it does is give me a quite significant boost in my speed and mobility, which effectively will now make my emissaries my scouts as opposed to my frigates. And what is this? Oh, if I'm ever using my maneuvering thrusters, accuracy is reduced by 40, which is like double of what the frigate has, which makes these things really hard to hit, which almost synergizes for my level 4 maybe to get efficient plasma. No, wait. I was thinking dissipator almost, but that doesn't really matter because I'm not being seen, so this is the route I would love to go. Is it too early to give him favor though? I feel like it is because I ain't about to get level 3, but
The Kovatra relies upon the aircast.
let me do it anyway. Have some extra power for the slow fleet.
The Kovatra relies upon the aircast.
And that opens up a lot of opportunities for me, especially since I love my micromanagement. It might be a little bit overwhelming sometimes. It's made appear with like orcs and having my Imperial Navy constantly spawning like Cobra frigates with the Imperial Navy favor, but I like to pursue that route regardless. And I am curious to see how these things work, because I'm still not going to get my Daleth or my expensive light cruiser for this next battle, so I'm definitely going to have one of them field it at least. I just don't know which one is going to be. Probably my level 2. And another mirror match. A little unfortunate because I don't really want to have constant mirror matches. And wow, it's 250 points. Okay, so what does this tell me? He's going to have bonus points of some kind. I just don't know how many points he's going to have. 275 would allow him to have like a cruiser and light cruiser, but he's level 1. He's only going to have access to maybe one additional frigate. So this will be interesting. He's going to feel overwhelmed when he realizes I'm already favored with 2 of my light cruisers, even though they're only still level 2 and 3, mind you. But I have serious mobility advantage here. It's just going to be so weird having my frigate be the slow one, which is pretty much a first. I'm not going to lie. This is going to be quite drastically different. Almost to the point. Do I want to go Monka? It makes my boarding so much more effective, but at the same time, he's still going to have 2 cruisers of his own.
The patient hunter
I think I'll stick with Kion and look for opportunities to try and implement the Monka. Cause what exactly do I want Monka for? Probably for the Fire Warrior trait, which enhances my boarding parties essentially, which is another one of the favors that I haven't looked at yet. It basically makes it as I get a guaranteed fire result when I board them, and I can't remember if it's just a troop value increase or something else that goes with it. Off the top of my head anyway. But basically that's what it is. It enhances my actual boarding parties, which can be pretty good. It's synergized incredibly well with the Monka. Oh, I know what it is. I get extra boarding actions every time I board with the ship. So what is it? This would give me 2 actions. If I remember correctly, that gives me 3 additional ones. So a light cruiser with the fire cash favor will actually get 5, which is huge, incredibly significant. Maybe not the most reliable and best option there to get, but still, that could potentially be a dramatic improvement, especially with the Monka to basically give you Space Marine type boarding stats too. So there's a lot of experimentation to be done, but I'm going with what I'm most comfortable with, and that's outmaneuvering the hell of my opponent. And as no surprise, he has an extra frigate, probably due to the extra points. So what does this tell me? He has 2 Sasses, probably level 1 if I'm going to guess. Considering I'm only 1 admiral level higher than him, I would imagine to justify him having the bonus points. So I can easily kill those frigates. I'm just gonna not have much use out of this messenger. If anything,
to spread the greater good.
If anything, this will be my fallback unit. If I feel overwhelmed, I just fly back to it, and it will give me extra chance to shoot down torpedoes and fighters. But I can be comfortable with the fact that he doesn't have fighters. This is gonna look so weird too. He's gonna think these are my frigates and then get caught off guard. So, I can also detect them right away. Do I really want to do that? There's the Castellans. That was the ship I was thinking of too.
How may I serve the Tauba?
Oh, he does have the expensive one. Okay, I forgot that he gets like 2 extra frigates as a result of the 170 points. And I just straight up outmaneuver him, so a bit of a cheesy strategy, especially since my seeker missiles are doing crap hitting. Because I kind of aimed that poorly, didn't I?
Drones have identified an enemy target.
He is trying to dodge and he flew into the mine, so
Serve the Kovadra.
that's one down.
As
That was not a 10 unless he committed suicide, which I hope he's not doing that on me now.
Drones have identified an enemy type.
Core L ready.
Alright, let's get this thing going.
Aircast ready for orders.
Oh, I hit myself there, that's unfortunate. Hit this thing.
Restore the Earth cast's construction.
Get the repairs underway.
Imperials guide us.
Kill these ships. I want to kill these ships.
Closing on your position.
Oh, that was not what I want.
Torpedo
I am mismanaging this a little bit here because I was thinking those were his torpedoes, so
to spread the greater good.
I'm in good shape anyway. I'm just dodging the torpedoes. The messenger is going to take one hit, which is actually
Engage.
probably the best use I could get out of this messenger right now,
Serve the Kovadra.
if I were to be perfectly honest.
Shift to optimal combat.
It's a weird setup there, though.
At your orders, Koro. Targeting sensors locked on.
Okay, was that too close there, or do they attempt to do damage regardless, is what I don't know about.
Sensors locked.
I don't know how exactly these type of missiles work. I'll let him live. I was gonna let him live, but he died too quickly. I'm sorry there, fella. I'm so sorry I got your one cruiser killed. Don't worry, it was quick and relatively painless, so
Aircast ready for orders.
trust me, it could have been a lot worse. They could have been fighting against chaos, where they've been slowly being mutilated and tortured from within, more than likely. Although then again, Tower are immune to the warp, aren't they? So maybe they're a little more safer. But yeah. Until I get a higher level, it's either going to be hit or miss with a lot of these matches, isn't it? So I might as well just have fun while I can, because it can only get harder from here, pretty much. So get as much renown as I can, get as much favor as possible, and get prepared for that one little match there. And for my 4th light cruiser, seriously I'm considering going with a 3rd Sase, because these things are so damn expensive. Am I ever going to have a situation where I'm going to field 2 of these in one battle? I seriously doubt it. Especially since I have not even seen the battle cruisers and the battleship yet. So I am looking forward to that, and there's a lot of options to consider for that. So now with this, I would like more repair drones, honestly. Especially if my 3 light cruisers are going to be going the air cache route. They're not going to need to rely on the wave projector as much. My Daleth, on the other hand, could, as a result of the fact that a Dominator got too close and it died because of that. That was the moral of that story there, so replacing that eventually might be a good idea. And if possible, I should upgrade one of these frigates too. Especially the Castellan, because I feel that can do a lot of work for me if I use them right. I am excited about the prospect of these things. Because 55 points, they're practically the same amount of points as one of the Eldar frigates. But those frigates are all about torpedoes and like 1 pulsar, is it? So, not exactly a fighter. It's more to complement the Eldar burst strategy, of which, of course, since it lacks the Falls maneuver skill, I doubt it's going to be very popular. Whereas the Castellan, I feel like can be a solid workhorse for me, if I control it right. Monkey Boy. Yeah, have I seen this name before? Or is this the Tau from last match? It may be the same guy I just demolished. Oh, I'm gonna feel so bad if that's the case. So let's try something a little bit different. I hate to feel like I'm playing with my food, but at least let's give him a bit of a fair chance, right? If only a little bit. I'm just gonna lack beacons there. What can I say? Endless war in this universe, and I'm trying to give my opponents some mercy. That doesn't seem right. But it will definitely be a good opportunity to try and micromanage this fleet some. For all I know, I could be entirely wrong, but it was 250 points. That much I know for certain. So, it is still a low point battle there for like a level 1 player, or level 1 fleet. And I should put that messenger in a better spot, a little bit closer. So long as I get this cruiser out, I am in okay shape. So, Kaoyan only works for basically my cruiser, but Monka also only works for my cruiser, so which would be better? I feel like Monka...
The killing blow brings the enemy's end.
I feel like I should be a little more aggressive, as weird as it sounds. Because I'm not going to have the long-range firepower. Especially if it's the same kind of fleet there with the 175 cruiser with the bombers. I do have a messenger at least for the bombers, so they should not be a huge threat so long as I keep an eye out for them.
At your orders,
So, 4-4, this looks like a mirror match. I almost want to say exact mirror match.
we serve the Korvacha.
But let's see, the last player, I'm still wondering if I'm fighting the same person or not, had like 5 ships, so he could have two emissaries, or let's see, which one is this? I'm looking at the Dalef, assuming that's the ship type, but no, it's not. Okay, there is Sase. Well, I see Dalef, and for half a second, I thought I took the wrong ship. I'm not gonna lie.
Ready for orders.
That would be funny though, because I would have almost the exact same type of fleet anyway for 250 points. But we got our level 1 here. My messenger
Ready.
needs to try and spot them there and have my Castellans ready to bomb them.
Aircraft ready for orders.
And also I want to kind of have like a wide arc a little bit,
The ethereals guide us.
so that way I can fire the gravitic launchers from the
At your
side,
orders, Koro.
which probably is a worse idea because he could just boost right through and dodge them, as opposed to firing straight forward. But at
Honor
least
the
then
teachings of Viola.
he can't really focus on a certain ship there without turning his side to me there.
Ready.
It's really the alternative.
The tower shall
I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I'm just expecting him to not know how to manage such a wide flank.
The patient hunter gets the prey.
So,
Corel, ready.
let's get ready to go. I'm going to detect them in a moment.
The patient hunter gets the prey. At your orders, Koro.
So let's see. Fire. Fire.
The ethereals guide us.
Excessive overkill.
Gravity drive engage.
And he does have like those
Shift to
those
optimal
light
combat speed.
those light frigates there, the 100-point ones. I forget what they're called. But I need to stop that fire, otherwise I'm in trouble. So,
Drones have identified an enemy target.
can I kill these things?
Sensors, lock on.
Oh, I lost my messengers, so that could be a problem.
The ethereals wish.
That could be a problem.
Drive to maximum.
But I am killing these frigates. Potentially, maybe.
To spread the greater good.
I'm about to hit myself. I think that's what just happened, is I hit myself there.
Honor the teachings of
But I can cripple these things. I got torpedoes going, I got vision of them. I just gotta try and keep a tight formation now, so that way my repair drone is repairing,
How may I serve the
and I can shoot down these torpedoes relatively easily. Come on.
At your orders.
I know you can target this thing, don't lie to me.
as the ethereals wish.
Oh, he's just retreating, dang it.
The ethereals guide us.
Well, I tried being generous, and I guess he gave me the win as a result, huh?
Shift to optimal combat speed.
Either way, I'm dodging that easily enough.
Corel, ready.
Wow, that frigate took no damage, so sometimes those gravitic launchers can be hit or miss with that armor.
Korvacha.
It kind of makes me wish I had torpedoes again, because those at least are reliable when they actually hit.
Corel,
The trick then is actually hitting them. Well, Either way, I get my third sauce is now level 2. I may even have the favor to give it, or the renown to give it a favor if I so wish, but we will see when the points are all tallied up, rather. And then I'll have a very potent fleet, at least for like 350, 400 points. With like 3 sauces. That will be a lot of fun. The playstyle of my town will completely change if I can get all 3 of them in. Because I'm going to be so much more maneuverable, a lot more scarier. And let's see, I do have the renown for it. It just begs the question if I have any reason to upgrade one of my frigates now. Probably not. Unless there's such a go-to ship, like my Imperial Navy Widowmaker, that I want to infest the upgrades now. And right now, it's looking like the Castellan, because I really do like this ship a lot. It's got its own missiles that do the same amount of damage as the light cruisers in the cruiser. It has pretty decent weaponry, if not, even though it doesn't do a lot of damage. It can still be pretty potent when it starts building up there with the gravitic launchers especially. But let's get this thing favor up, because I can even afford to get an upgrade. And with the belt armor, that greatly reduces the chance the engines will get shot down.
The Corvatra
And
relies upon the aircast.
I only have one more light cruiser, the Dalef, which is the exact same name of the ship name. Yeah, Dalef as well, as part of the ship name. So that is part of the reason why I was confused before, damn it. But it leaves this one left with favor, and I still don't really know how to get the most out of it, because it doesn't work with the sauces at the moment because of now their new favor. But this works good for like a large frontline type of fleet, sort of, because they have the bombers, they have extra frigates that go with them that I can also potentially upgrade to the Niskassar. I think I pronounced that right. And if I can get other fleets like this Protector to join it with more Manta bombers, that can be pretty amazing burst potential. Fighting them head on, potentially. Otherwise, I still don't know what to do with it. I need to play with it more to try and understand where its true strength lies.